for breakfast.
As you've heard, we're on to day 3 now in Cambodia, and I'll put a link on the screen if you want to follow the journey from the start, but also feel free to watch us from here.
Right, so we're on our way to meet Savon. We've texted him, so hopefully he should be here in the same place. Oh, there he is. Looking very smart there. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You okay? Good to see you.
This is Savon, the tuk-tuk driver who we've used for most of this trip, and for you people who've seen the previous days, you'll know him. And we're just going to get him to drop us off so we can pick up some cash for the day. Today's going to be a little bit more exciting than yesterday. There's going to be no talks of killing fields and political regimes, and I'll let Fang tell you where we're going to be heading first for today.
Where are we going?
We are going to
𝐘𝐿𝐴 Stadium to watch the Olympics.
As Fang's just mentioned, we're going to the stadium, and the SEA Games, as you might have guessed, stands for Southeast Asia Games, and they were first held in Bangkok in 1959, with this one being the 32nd SEA Games. It's got over 12,000 participants from 11 countries, with athletes competing in more than 3 dozen sports, including soccer, gymnastics, golf, martial arts, esports and aquatics. It was a bit of a drive to get here, but also good fun if you've never travelled by tuk-tuk. And we didn't have a plan or know the schedule. It was just mentioned to us that it was free to enter to see some of the events, and they allocated a certain amount of tickets each day, so we were just going to rock up and see if we could get in to see something.
This one, the safari.
Really? After this, can we come? Later, we come here.
Oh, later
Soon.
you come here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that was another place added to the list for the day, and that was, as you've just heard, Fang organising with Savon to go to the zoo, which isn't far from this stadium, which you can just see in the distance there. And this was the centrepiece for the games, and it was a Chinese-built stadium called the Morodok Techo National Stadium, and we'll have a look inside that in a bit. But for now, we'll just get Savon to... I keep saying Savon, it's actually Savon. So apologies, Savon. We'll get parked up and go and have a look around and see if we can find something to watch.
Okay.
Let's go.
Thank you, Savon.
See you here.
So, brother. So I wait for you here, not the taxi. So I wait for you the outside over there.
Ah, wait for us outside over there.
I wait for you the outside.
This was a place just inside the gates where you could pick up tickets, and we hadn't timed it very well because they had the opening ceremony the night before and there wasn't anything happening in the main stadium this morning, but it was a good opportunity just to have a look around. Nothing's ever wasted.
We're going to the Olympics, baby!
Yeah, 𝐘𝐿𝐴.
SEA Games.
It's probably worth just mentioning at this point, like the temperature here again was round about 37, 38 degrees. And that's a place where you could have go and watch the swimming and diving that was going on. Some of the workers. And yeah, this is a really impressive stadium, and we'll go and have a look inside now. It's got a 60,000 capacity.
Bit warm.
And there wasn't much security getting into the stadium really, we just walked straight in. Like I say, there was nothing going on here today, unfortunately. But nice stadium, just have a look around.
So there doesn't look like there's anything on today in here, so we'll have a walk around, and apparently there's something on in the swimming, basketball. So we'll have a look in there.
Being from a Western country, I'd never heard of the SEA Games before, and I'll give you the name of the 11 countries taking part. They're Brunei, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Timor-Leste, Vietnam, and the host, which is Cambodia. I think we were a bit unlucky again because we'd just missed some of the swimming events apparently, but we were able to see some of the people practicing for the diving, which was good.
It's a 7.5 from me. Been bitten on my nose. We're at the SEA Games.
Easily pleased. I was excited and it felt like a box ticked by coming here. And these games are held every 2 years, and the next games will be the 33rd SEA Games. That's going to be held in 2025 in Bangkok, Thailand in the December time. So stay tuned because we might have to come to that one in the future. This was a welcome place to come and cool down for a bit because it was really hot again today. And yeah, I said the average temperatures, I think yesterday in Cambodia are between 25 and 30 degrees, but in April, May time the temperatures can exceed 35 and it starts to become a little bit uncomfortable. There wasn't much left to see here, and maybe we could have planned it a bit better and come when there was actually an event going on, but regardless, it was nice to watch some of the people practicing the diving.
So you don't want to get brown?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's a bit too late.
Fang getting a bit worried she'd get brown from the sun. I reassured her there was no need to worry. And she's the opposite of me. I'm trying to tan my skin and she's trying to lighten it. Although one thing that I didn't appreciate too much was this lady scooping ice into my drink with her bare hands.
Nice and hygienic, isn't it? Just put your hands in.
The hygiene here isn't the best. And I knew who I'd be blaming if I had to run to the toilet in 5 minutes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
But regardless, the drinks were very nice indeed. They were like a kind of sweet energy drink, which was just what was needed, especially in this heat. And then we're just going to make our way back to, you guessed it, see old Savon.
Where's Savon? Over there. Here he is. Hello. Thank you. Let's go.
Back in the tuk-tuk, but not for long. Just a short journey from the stadium is the zoo here in Phnom Penh. And we just happened to come across this place by chance and thought it'd be a good idea to come and have a look around. If you read any government official website about where you're travelling to, they will give you details of things to look out for when visiting that place or country. And for Cambodia, it has a high street crime, particularly phone and bag snatching, especially in areas where foreigners gather. Although I think tourist places like the zoos are fairly safe, but it's always worth just being aware of your surroundings in these places.
Okay, we come outside here.
I wait for you over
Okay,
there.
okay. That's good.
Okay.
You come back, I find you.
Okay.
Thank you, Savon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay. See you later.
I'm pleased we didn't have any expectations of this place because, to be honest, if anything, I thought it might just be a few animals in a field and wasn't expecting the level of detail and the architecture on the display of this place. And as you can see, it cost us $10 for an adult to get in, and it's $6 for a child. And again, I think both our expectations rose from this point. thinking that it might be alright place to visit to this is going to be quite decent.
Thank you.
And when we bought our ticket, we bought a $5 voucher for food to feed some of the animals with, and that was the first thing we did when we went in. We used the voucher in exchange for some fish food, and as you will see, we're going to feed the fishes now, and they love to be fed and I love to feed them. One thing you will notice as we wander around is they have music playing in the background, and I'm going to leave it in, although the video might get copyrighted. I'm not sure about the license of this music, so if it does go quiet at times, it may be because YouTube has flagged it as copyright and I have to cut the volume out for that particular bit. You could easily spend a full day here if you wanted to, although we came for just a few hours and it was later on in the day at this point. There is animal shows that start earlier than when we arrived, although we did get to see some of the shows. And I guess it's worth mentioning if you're an animal rights activist or campaigner or don't agree with animal shows. They do have an animal welfare society here called PAWS, which ensures the welfare of the animals, which is good enough for me. And this was the first show that we went to, which was an elephant show. And I'd never been picked up by an elephant before, which I'm sure is something that you're not surprised to hear. But I can say that I have been now. And it was awesome to get up close and personal with these animals. These are the largest animals in existence. They had some skills on them as well, being able to paint, and they really are magnificent animals, and there's nothing that they can't do. They can give massages and they can even play football too. Brilliant. And that was worth going to watch. And like a lot of these places, you get the opportunity to take photos with the animals and also get picked up by them too, which I don't think Fang will forget in a hurry. That was it for the elephant show. We shall leave that there.
Hello, mate.
And we were starting to get a little bit hungry at this point, so we decided to go and grab a bite to eat. I got a chicken burger and Fang got...
What have you got? Bit of rat?
Grilled pork? No, not rat, pork and sticky rice.
After something to eat, there was another show just about to start, and if you want to see somebody put their hand in a crocodile's mouth, then you're watching the right video. And I think it always makes it more exciting watching shows live with animals, because there's a good chance that something could go wrong, and with crocodiles involved, it's unlikely it's going to end well either. That is quite impressive. I was anticipating a little bit of blood to fly there, but... I think it's only right to give them some money for risking their lives for our entertainment. And then we headed out again to use another $1 of our vouchers to go and feed the giraffes.
Give him.
giraffes fed, and something you don't normally think about, or maybe you do, I don't know, is how big a giraffe's tongue is. And they have really long tongues, which are kind of black in colour, and I'm not sure if there's a genetic reason for that or not. Answers on a postcard, or let me know in the description.
Vâng.
I'm trying to think of ways to show you this zoo without you falling asleep, so we'll show you a bit by train to make it a little bit more interesting.
What is it? You?
You.
Can't look much more than a monkey than you.
And I've said it a few times, we are still fairly new to YouTube and hopefully making the type of videos that are fun for you to watch and factual, as well as being able to give you an insight into the place or culture, as in this case is Cambodia. We don't think you'd be watching these videos if we didn't offer some kind of value, or maybe you're just interested in our journey. I want to see the different places that we visit or where we're going to go next. And that's enough of me rambling, and I'll get back to the next stop in the zoo, which, after this nice little train ride, which costs $2, we're going to go and see the orangutan show. This will be the last show here at the zoo, and there are other shows that you can go to as well, like the tiger show. And I've read a few reviews online from people reporting that they think that these type of shows are horrible, disgusting and cruel, and how can you treat these animals, how are they made to do these shows, and all that other sort of stuff. And I also see the other side of the argument of how well the animals are treated and that it's not causing them any harm. But I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are and what you think about it. As I said, I'd document these travels as I find them, and that's what I'm doing by documenting these shows and as we see them. And I don't necessarily want to open Pandora's box or get into any heavy debates about this. There's plenty of platforms where you can air your views and frustrations if you have any. That was a 𝐘𝐿𝐓 by the orangutan in the blue shorts, if you missed it. And at the end of the show there was an opportunity to get a picture with a few of these awesome creatures. And we had a nice little surprise after seeing the orangutans, and I'm not talking about the blister on Fang's foot either.
So Fang's hurt her foot, so I've got to carry her.
Luckily for me, Fang only weighs about, and I'll have to be careful what I say, around 7 stone. And the surprise I was talking about was seeing these tigers and the guy who let us feed them.
He's just said we can feed them.
Oh, I take a video. Oh my god.
Being that close to them, you could sense the killer instinct, and if it wasn't for that cage, you wouldn't stand a chance. The power and the aura that these animals have is incredible to witness for yourself.
Hello, mate. You alright, mate?
You can jump. Sorry. You can jump.
You can jump over there, mate.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, do you want a bit of Thai food?
Not sure Fang was impressed with that remark, and another thing she wasn't impressed by either was a response I gave to her hypothetical question, which was, what would I do if the tiger broke free and chased us? To which I replied, I just hope it was full after eating her. And realising we still had money left on the voucher that we had bought, we used the rest of it up by exchanging it for some more fish food. And this was a strange way to feed the fish, using a bottle, but it seemed to work and the fish enjoyed it too, which was the main thing. Maybe instinct, but I thought if I put my hand in, the fish would bite me. And it was Fang's turn to feed the fish in the lake outside now. So that's what you can expect if you come to the zoo here in Phnom Penh. And we had a nice time feeding all the different animals and seeing the animals that we wouldn't get to see very often under normal circumstances.
We'll go find Savon.
Yeah, the one say he will park around here. Our Savon.
How is Savon?
Very nice.
Okay, Savon.
Yes.
Good.
So now,
Now we'll go to the stadium for the boxing.
the stadium here.
No, I'll get it on my phone for you. I'll show you.
The boxing was apparently taking place in the afternoon, and I'll try to pronounce the name of this place, called Chroy Changvar Convention Centre, and I'll put the name on the screen. And it was about a 20-30 minute tuk-tuk ride away, and as you can see, I've just been bitten on my arm, and I'm not sure whether that's I don't know why I always get bit. Fang never seems to get bit. Must be something in her genetics, but yeah. If you have any theories on why us Westerners get bit more than the natives, then you can let us know. But anyway, I do digress. Getting back on point, like I just mentioned, we're going to see the boxing, which we were told was taking place here today, and that we could go and watch it for free, and we didn't need a ticket, which did seem a bit unusual for me, but we might have second guess the organisers, so we just went with it to see if we could get in or not. And if you're wondering how much we paid for Savon, the tuk-tuk driver, we hired him out for the day, and it cost $25 for the day, which, if you've seen the video from yesterday and the places that we went, I think you'd agree that's pretty good value for money. And we gave him a tip too, which you don't have to, but I think if you've seen how attentive he is, and nothing's a problem if you wanted to change your plan or go somewhere different, he's a very flexible guy.
Come back near the traffic, so you walk over there. You call me, I pick up you.
Okay, around here.
Yeah, around over there.
Okay. Let's go. Put there. Okay.
Thank you, Savon. We'll see you soon.
See you. The one say if you go out, please call him.
So that wasn't the right entrance. Got to walk around the back, go to the left.
We were definitely at the right place, and it was just a case of seeing if we could get in, and I was a bit surprised by the level of security. I should have said the lack of it, because we didn't get asked for a ticket or anything, and we could just walk straight in. Although actually I can't say there was no security at all, because there was one of those like airport scanners. And once we got in, we took a seat and enjoyed what we came here to watch. There were some really good fights, and Fang was happy, cheering on her country, Thailand, who seemed to do quite well, and they won all their fights, at least the ones that we watched anyway.
In the red corner from Thailand.
We timed these fights really well, especially for Fang, because she was able to cheer on the Thai fighters one after another.
Knockout for Thailand.
And they seem to be doing pretty well in this sport.
In the blue corner from Thailand.
We stayed here watching the boxing for about an hour or so, but when we walked into this convention centre, we saw that there was other events happening, so we decided to go for a bit of a walk to see if there was anything else that we could see. And there was a few different events going on. This is called Pho Bowl, which is a Vietnamese martial art, but that had finished, so we couldn't get to see that. As did this one, 𝐘𝐿𝐴, which is an Indonesian martial art. Although we did have some success getting in to watch the Kun Bok-a-Tur, which is one of the oldest existing fighting systems originating from Cambodia. There's not a great deal of difference from my understanding between the fighting styles Kun Bok-a-Tur and Muay Thai, although They are different martial arts systems, so there's always going to be subtle differences, and I guess the main one is between the two is that Muay Thai includes elements of grappling with the clinch, and Bokatur is a more heavy wrestling approach. Regardless, I don't think most of us mere mortals would last 5 minutes in a ring with these guys. They'd knock your head clean off. Obviously know what they're doing and train very hard, and good luck to them. The guy in the blue thinking he won, but the guy in the red getting the nod from the officials. It was very interesting to watch. Time was starting to tick on a little bit now, and as day turned into night, we went outside and it had gotten dark all of a sudden. But we got to take in the night views of the bridge and the convention centre at night, which lit up and looked really nice. Then all that was left to do was have a gentle stroll back around the building to get picked up again by Savon.
There he is. Hello, Savon. Let's go.
And that was a good third day for us here in Cambodia, and I hope it's given you a feel of what this place is like, or if anything you'll certainly know how it looks like travelling here in a tuk-tuk. It's not on the top of most people's list of places to come, that's for sure, but you never really know what you're going to expect from a place, whether you're going to like it or not, unless you try it for yourself, and hopefully these videos can give you a little bit of encouragement to do just that.
Okay, Savon.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
these past 2 days. Tomorrow we go back to the airport.
Oh, you go to the airport.
Yeah, so you want to take us?
Yeah?
1 o'clock
1 o'clock.
in the
Afternoon.
afternoon?
Yes.
Really kind. And if anybody's coming to Cambodia,
Yeah.
we'd recommend getting in touch with Savon. We'll
Yes.
put his details.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Savon.
Thank you. We
Yeah.
will go to airport back home. But we love to come here again anyway. We use you to be driver all the time.
Yeah. And we'll tell other people to come and get in touch with you if they come to Cambodia. You take care. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Good night. Bye bye.
Thank you.
We're going to go for some food. See how feet are sore. Not far to go. Try in there. Chicken anok.
This restaurant was just a few minutes walk up from the hotel, and the food in here was amazing. It really was absolutely fantastic, and we ordered a couple of drinks to start with. I got the good old mango smoothie, and Fang got a watermelon smoothie, I believe, and then we ordered some food.
So that's it, got the beef stew. That's the chicken amok. And what have you got?
This is a rib pork.
Rib of pork.
Yeah.
Like a yellow curry. Is it spicy? It's got a bit of a kick to it as well. And that's even better.
The beef in that beef stew just melted in your mouth, and Fang said that the ribs tasted really nice too. And all of this food came to $22.50, and I'll convert that into all the different currencies on the screen for you now. That just about wraps it up for this video of our third day in Cambodia. And if there's anywhere you'd like us to go and explore, we're open to suggestions and would be very happy to hear from you. And I guess that's all that's left to say. Nah, I shouldn't really. That sounds a bit fake, doesn't it? You can see the button, feel free. Totally fine if you don't want to.
Ah, this is from the Sea Games, I think. Is it?
And in case you're wondering, which you probably weren't,
Singapore, Cambodia.
they had English channels on the TV at this hotel as well, which may or may not be a surprise to you. As you've heard, Savon's taking us back to the airport tomorrow, so we're going to get a good night's sleep, and if you want to see some more footage from day 4, I guess, going back to the airport, then you're in luck. I'm not sure when I'll get a chance to do it, but keep an eye out on our channel for that. So I guess all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you on the next video.